Good morning or good afternoon, folks. My name is Losco. Welcome back to the video. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about the one time that I got kicked out of Olive Garden for eating too much pasta. I know it sounds ridiculous, but this was not a one-man mission, folks. This was a two-man mission with me and my homeboy. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like, subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna get to the story now. So me and my friend decided to go on a double date. You know, it was more of a one-sided date, but eventually it became a double date. So I was talking to this girl at the time, and I asked her if she wanted to come with me to go get some Olive Garden, you know? She said, yeah, I'd be down to go. And thing is, I didn't want to be alone. So my friend, his girlfriend was friends with the girl. So he was like, you know what? They might as well just come. We're going to have a good time all together. You get to hang out with me, and you get to hang out with the girl, and let's see if things happen, you know? And so, you know, that was the plan. We decided to all hang out, and we went from there. So me and this girl arrived to this little plaza, like I said, an hour to 2 hours early. And we decided to hang out, you know, look at some books. We went to some stores around just to look at what was around, you know. We didn't buy anything. I don't believe we did. I think she did buy a book. I'm not 100% certain on that. But, you know, we just walked around. We just had a good time. Afterwards, I say like an hour, 2 hours later, my friend pulls up with his girlfriend, you know. And since the girls are friends, you know, they hug, they say hi to each other, you know, they're talking. And while they're talking, me and my homeboy decided to go inside and get some seats. After we get some seats, you know, we all sit down, we start talking, having a good time. My homeboy and this girl, you know, they're having their little conversations. Me and the girl next to me are having our conversation. Everything's going according to plan, right? So this is when the pasta comes in, you know. Me and my friend are sitting down, we look at the menu, and you know, on the little table they have like something in the middle where it has like specials or desserts. We see the $12.99 special. So me and my friends start laughing, and we're like, you know what, let's just do it, let's go for it. So we all get pasta, you know. I get chicken Alfredo pasta. I remember exactly what I got, ladies and gentlemen. So I get the pasta, right? And mind you, it's like a big bowl at first, and me and my friend tear through those bowls, ladies and gentlemen. And two girls next to us are just looking at us like, what's going on? You know, they're laughing at us because we're tearing through this bowl, but we're like genuinely enjoying the food. But we came to get our money's worth, ladies and gentlemen. We came with a mission in mind, and that mission was to eat as much as possible. Afterwards, I say a solid 35 minutes go by, and me and him are both on our fourth bowls each. And not gonna lie, folks, that's a crap ton of pasta, you know. I'm on my fourth bowl, he's on his fourth bowl, and the girls are barely on their second bowl, and they feel stuffed, you know. And me and my boy want to eat more, and as we ask for the fifth bowl, both of us, our server comes up to us and she says, hey, my boss says you're cut off. And me and him just look at each other like, what do you mean cut off? I thought it was like unlimited. She was like, yeah, but you guys are eating too much, it can be a health concern, you know, just coming up with some bullshit. And me and him were like, no, we want our bowls, you know, like we were laughing about it, but we genuinely wanted to keep eating, because like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we came for our money's worth, and that was the plan. Afterwards, you know, we're over there not arguing. I see like, you know, like saying, hey, like I thought it was all you can eat, la la la. And the manager comes over, he's like, listen kids, I can't give you any more pasta to eat here, like you're done. However, for the inconvenience, we'll give you 2 pasta bowls each to take home. And you know what, in all retrospect, that was 6 pasta bowls. I believe we got our money's worth at that point. It was like $2 for each bowl, kinda. But if you were to add the girls in, you know, the math is kind of not mathing fully. But afterwards, me and the girl went to a fun spot. Me and her were having a good time. And let's just say that, ladies and gentlemen, yo boy secured the bag. That's all I have to say. You know, we went to a fun spot, and me and the girl, you know, we had a good time, you know. And let's just say after that night, ladies and gentlemen, she was my girlfriend for, I believe, like a month or 2 after that, you know. It was nothing too crazy. But, hey man, the mission was accomplished. I got with the girl who I wanted to be with, and at the same time, I had a good day at Olive Garden with my boy. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I got kicked out of Olive Garden. Yeah, so what was that? So we did 12, me and him ate 12 bowls together, basically, in a sense. And that was a good amount of bowls. Anyways, folks, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you folks next time. Peace.